couldn't afford to buy the beats I wanted, so I had to make them. Couldn't afford to get backing singers or backing vocalists, so I had to learn that for and by myself. And in the process, in this time when I was cooped up in a place of, apparent misery and trying so hard to break out of it, but couldn't break out of it, so I was depressed, and my depression led me to spend more time in that studio. I acquired skills that have effectively made me a one-man band. And that's what I'm trying to bring to the stage now. And all of those investments that at the time seemed like such a waste of money are actually now coming into fruition and opening other avenues for me to make more money. Not just off Gwan being played on radio and royalties, but create a show that I can pack up so much equipment, fill it into a truck, go on tour and perform, and my studio would still be functional because that has its own things. And you don't get to that point without going hungry for a couple of nights. You don't get to that point without many sacrifices. And that's why I always say young artists should really invest in themselves. And you're saying now, so there's this kid watching this and he's thinking, well, I don't have money. I started working in grade 11. By the time I was finishing my grade 11 year, I was contributing to my school fees. My mother didn't pay a cent of my grade 12 at all. That was me. I worked in restaurants. My first restaurant job was in 2005 when I was in grade 11. I couldn't even drink there, but I worked there, And that's the mentality I grew up with. I always had to work in one way or another to make money. And things only started working when I realized that I don't have to try and make money in one way or another. I have to try and make money in this way. I have to dedicate all of that hustling spirit and all of that, desire for less sleep and more grind, not into the things that I'm sure will get me money this month, but into the one thing that I'm sure will get money for my kids 50 years after I'm dead. And that's the music.
So, which I think you figured it out, but let me take all that shit that you just said.
Which is a lot.
Which is partly similar to my story. And
you see?
And of literally just building this music thing, but having nothing. Like half depression because I've got all this thing, but there's this thing where you would never be able to tap into your true capability and potential if you had everything, which means that it wouldn't be able to make you build what you need to grow, what you're going to build right now. So in order for you to actually be able to, or to be ready to build this thing that you're going to build, where you were about to build, you literally had to strip away, or your environment that you came from, even when you're corrugated, aka shack, your environment that you were born from, they had to strip away. You were born from an environment that by default already stripped away everything.
Yes.
So you could actually go find the power and go, this is my power, this is what I can build. So essentially, this all the things you were doing, the one-man band, blah, blah, you weren't doing it for yourself. Because you're getting older.
Yes.
And as you get older, but you're doing it for, as long as you're always selfless with what you've done and what you've learned, you are never building it for yourself.
Yes.
You are actually building it for the next guy who actually is going to come in comfortably and who's going to build. And that's that. And if you consistently become selfless, that's basically going to be how you, your family, and everyone else that's made a sacrifice to commit to you is going to actually survive, and it's going to spill over that. So someone had to suffer.
Yes.
And within the suffering, someone also had to see the light within the suffering. So within that suffering of you building, you got your brothers, you got everybody clearly from the family. I say some people, unfortunately, are born in an environment where they don't know better. So you were born in a corrugated, you called it a corrugated, and you thought that it was it. You get moved up to here, you're like, oh, hell no. But all the time, you had all the confidence in yourself, let's just say.
Yes.
You never thought you were less.
No.
So you literally see that the thought of being less is actually not it's not like people or an environment that makes you think that you're less. It's you walking in something different going, wait a minute, that means I am this, I am poor, I am this, I am that. But actually, you always had a light. until you told yourself that you're poor. But
And you
see,
dimmed it yourself.
and you had the skill to create. That's why I keep saying to you, I don't even know your situation. I go, musically, I can hear you because I know what it is. I can hear your music. You in the music.
Thank you.
And your skill is wider than you. And
Thank
for
you.
me, that's where you're going. So you don't have to really blow up. You probably won't even get to the peak of blowing up. But you're going to do it for other people as long as you're selfless.
Yes.
And that's why you got guys like the MTs who have been around you, who literally like also probably they've come from a space that you gave them that space. And when they did it, you never said, but you were with me. You said, oh, yo, my G, congratulations. But you know what? That is the power that you've created. And MT, I don't know where his exposure from his studio comes from. But his exposure from his studio to move to Jose, and I don't know the history, it could have been playing in your playground.
It is. It is.
And like people think that you rapping is rapping. But actually rapping and making songs are two different things. Rapping in the streets and rapping in the studio is another thing. You build the skill to make music in the studio.
Yeah.
So he learned probably from your playground. And like that, what he's learned from that playground, he's now taking it through, sharing it with Saudi, sharing it with who? He's sharing it with the whole team from something he's learned. And the fact that you become selfless about it and you don't carry any bitter, those are your blessings.
Thank you.
That's your journey.
Thank you.
So, you might think that you're working on your career, but you're working on your future. You're working on something you don't even know right now. You're working on a door someone that's gonna knock that you don't even know they're gonna knock. That's what you're working on. But in order for you to do that, you got to keep believing that it's about you. It's about your career. And you cleared your mind. You've cleared your mind to actually clear the path for other people. There's a meaning to the struggle. There's a meaning to the lessons. And if you were whack with you were poor and you were whack and you were still whack and your music was whack and you literally were sitting in the studio for those hours and you were still whack, that means that you've got no hope. That's why I say, there's a meaning to it. Your word speaks for itself.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to wrap it up like that because we're going to wrap up, We're going to wrap right now,
you.
I think, I don't know if you've had this type of conversation, though. Taking it to there.
Thank you. We need more people to be able to tell us such things. So one of the most valuable things on earth is knowledge. And it's probably one of the things that people are most stingy with. And I just grew now, because it's so funny you're saying what you're saying and I'm seeing it here. You guys back when you guys were doing it, that was the biggest it could ever have been for the game.
Yeah.
And it would never be this big if you guys hadn't taken it to that level to make it easier for someone else to come pick it up. And please remember, I come from the era of the clap song.
Yeah.
That's why I love Keenan, because he appreciates the value of musicians and especially the ones that have come before us. And thank you.
Yeah. No, look.
Did you hear my song called Skwatta Kamp?
I saw the song. You gave me a CD, and I don't have a CD player in my car.
Damn it!
Get that?
I got the first road was in 2010. You need to understand where I come from.
I remember
Still
you sent
got
me a
the
CD.
tape
I was
with the
like,
orange fine point.
Yeah, I look CD, my G. I'm files, B.
Yeah, bro.
Here,
I'm gonna send it to you. It's one of Spoken Priestess and Mpom Folo of 16 Bars Reloaded. It's their favorite song, and it really talks about following a dream that's inspired by people you've never even met. The gist of the song is my mother saying, "You're gonna go crazy listening to Skwatta Kamp," because the music allowed us.
I remember that was a long time ago, man.
It's 2013, 2014 project.
My memory, I remember. I listened to it actually. It was in my. I remember I had a CD player then. I'm talking
back then. Yeah, it's like 3.
I just don't remember though. I just don't remember because it's so much shit I listened to. Yeah.
And for me, the what it is your guys, in an attempt to break down barriers and boundaries, to make yourselves household names. Because when you smash the door and you go in, you leave it open.
Yeah.
And the rest of us could come back up. And if I can be an addition to that struggle, an addition to that war of opening more doors and opening more barriers, I will be very content with what I've done in music. And it's funny because I'm currently planning some very intimate events. I'm planning some intimate performances. I love having a crowd of 50. You know, someone where I can cut in between a song and go to a question and answer session. And for you to say, I'm not going to get to, you know, the highest peak of blowing up, I actually understand and appreciate that, because that's the type of audience I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build the type of audience that will be growing with me for the rest of my life.
What you're gonna do, everything has a perception. You are not building a career, you're gonna change a perception on how music is gonna be taken and how music is received and how a fan understands that this is it's gonna be a slow process, but that's what you're doing. So you're not only launching a career, you're gonna change headspace.
Oh, shit, man.
That's
Can I get a copy of this interview, bro?
You know, you can get it on YouTube. But like the point is that so you got to be ready for that. That's what you're gonna do. So that's just how things work. That's just how you've plugged yourself in the system. In the universe, you have that. So as long as you don't look at what everyone is doing,
yes,
remember that. As long as your excellence comes from nothingness. Your excellence comes from no one trying to mess with you. So never be shy to actually stay on your own.
Yeah, bro.
Never be shy to actually start understanding what success means for you. Have a success monitor of yourself. You know, because once you have a success monitor of yourself, you're going to be the greatest for yourself.
I did an interview recently where I said, and that's what I was talking about, that, you know, what other people perceive as making my version of making it is very different. You know, right now I live in a happy, stable home with a fridge that has food. I have succeeded.
Yeah.
And all I'm trying to do right now is secure it for my daughter's kids, and not only for them to, you know, in the home that they live in, but also in the society they will exist in. Because I really feel like, man, listen, trap is amazing, trap is great, but every day we hustle, we live in it. We've gone from hip hop has such an important role to play in the growth of society.
Well, let me tell you this. Don't give power to hip-hop. Give power to young people. Hip-hop is it started by young people. They found a way to speak. White people maybe did it. Even rock and roll was a black thing.
Yeah.
Jazz. Young people will always innovate the power of communication. That will be relevant to them. And that will speak to them, and that will be a certain sound to them. For us, it was hip-hop. Don't try impose that to what's the next generation, what it is going to be for the next generation. Let it be, let it go. Love the evolution. Be a part of it. Be the solution. I'm here to tell you that don't think that this thing that you went through, the struggle, you know, you're in a studio, you're sitting all alone, blah, blah. Don't think that that's your story. It was my story. It is our story. So the reason why I'm telling you, I'm like, look at where I'm at. I'm so far from rap, but I'm so into rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my thing is that, like, look at my story. So my purpose is to tell you my story. To tell you that it's not, don't think you're alone. Don't think that this is your struggle.
Yeah.
This is nothing. It's your journey. Someone doesn't have a journey.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't have I might have a show, I'm waiting for a show, I could get booked. Someone doesn't have a prospect. You have prospects. You could jump back to TV, so I'm saying immediately when you start looking at yourself and you think that it's you going through the struggle, that's when you go backwards. But you have prospects. And the prospects literally tell you where you're going.
And that's, for me, that's why I was saying, you know, trap is great, but what I love about what MT has been able to do with trap is tell his story.
Exactly.
Just like you telling me yours now. Because if we tell our story more, I think, as I am growing immensely now listening to you, that's what I want to do. I want to tell my story, and I want to say that Slicker told me A, B, C, D, in that same trap song.
But you see, the trap song though, I'm not like a trap fan, but I'm a musical person, and I hear truth. The reason why I love Avery, MT's album, and I told him, I don't care the song is trap, but I feel the emotion.
There we go.
I said to MT, I feel you're not like the best, but I feel your emotion.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, young people will always know how to plug emotion. Whether you call it hip hop, whether you call it rock, whether you call it, they'll be able to plug in the emotion. We just need to be welcoming to it and stop imposing what plug the emotion in our lives.
True.
But yo, we're gonna rap. Fuck that shit.
Let's rap.
Yo, we out here with Maraza, industry easy. We gonna freestyle easy. Well, I don't even came with the speaker box easy, just for the freestyle easy. But I don't know, a nigga got instrumentals. He's a beat maker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want instrumental or off the dome?
Just fuck off the dome instrumentals. Have you got anything? I don't know. Whatever.
Let's do it straight off the top, man. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time running. Freestyling. I haven't done that in a minute, but they thought I wouldn't be here for long. I'm way past my 15 minutes. They said it took a decade. Nigga didn't get paid. Still getting brain through the membrane. Ow. Now I'm out here killing the game, but I'm not really doing it for fame. I look at my homie Phoenix. I'm like, damn, she's one of the illest. I remember when we were competing with the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I came through. The voice was the only gimmick.
Yeah.
But still the content was still so potent. Now I'm out here feeling so prominent. I promise I'm going to lead a generation to the promised land.
What?
Where they can know about they self, know about their worth. Don't come short like an elf and go further than the earth. II Maraza in the game, trying to maintain, didn't do it for fame, never changed the name, tried to claim a name. They never had the fame. They told me I was nothing. I'm telling them they fronting. I came back. I haven't started. I'm starting. I pull up in the party track of G flows. Mandela faces in my stack of C notes. I spit fire, get bread. You rappers been toast. Rappers get the parabellum, then they start to decompose. Man, I been dope. What you mad at me for? Hey, I came into the scene hoping I would get a deal, bro. Begunzima, but at least my pie is still whole. Put niggas on, made them fly, then I set them free. Call them out, they owe me? Nah, let them be. Because they'll let you down if you let them. See? They keep sleeping on the floor, wake them up at sea. Ah, damn it. I sink the Titanic. I'm never gonna panic. These haters satanic. My Johnson got magic. Your mommy makes it disappear in her thighs. Damn it, got you thinking I planned it, but really, it just happened. Because I tried to tell them I'm the boss, though.
Yeah.
Now these unemployed rappers trying to get inside my circle. It's down nice, it's with the gods, ho. You see, the boy got kicks like I'm cribbing in a dojo. And we won't stop until we short colas. Tell him we the shit if they ain't short colas. I'm the Prince Bill Yaz, I make the king eat dust. Let me in the game, I got the controller. Now I'm begging. Move faster in the place now. I move faster, Schumacher when I race clowns. It's my time, G-Shock on my wrist. Got your mommy trying to kiss, but I love her from the waist down. Beg him, I leave a hater lying face down. Mommy bender, piggyback on the cake now. Haters try beef. See, everything is at stake now. Give you calendar. Mommies want me on dates now.
Ooh, now listen, I don't know how I'm gonna even top that, because I said freestyle, nigga, and you just like, how am I even top
that? Was a long ass freestyle in one verse.
Like, listen, how am I even top that, you know? But I don't want to make you feel out, you know? Shit, they're probably the best one. Even got some gummy juice out here.
Hey!
Short ass nigga with some gummy juice.
If you ever need a shoulder to lean on, just like...
Let me get it on. Let me get it on then. All right.
Do it. Let's do it.
All right. Yo. For the record, I'm intimidated. It's alright though. It's alright though, but I'm hotter than anyone cremated.
Oh!
Back on the microphone, y'all lost opinions like debated. So here it is with the style that's highly rated. Invaded, just like a house invasion. I just had to say that because you know it rhymes. Got you scared like the EFF and the Caucasians. I'm just saying, I'm just slaying, playing the game while y'all playing with fake money like Monopoly. Snakes and ladder, I get hotter than a pissy bladder. I'll be rapping till I'm 69. So hell, you can call me a 6'9" boy. Piss me off, man. The style is nice. Rappers born in coffins cause style is dead. I mean, I'm just saying, I come in your nightmare like Freddy. Style is deadly. Yo, you only went to police academy, that's why you always snitching. I got rappers switching as if it's a gay bar. Come on, man. You trying to mess with me? This is the Slay Bar. You thought it was a red carpet like some entertainment situation. We ain't having that. I've been grazing the game, engraving my name. That's why they call me Phantom Slik. Oh yeah, you want the Phantom to come out? Come on, man. You only walking. I don't need a Phantom to be a Phantom. It's all on the rhymes. Look at the value of the script. It's mad deep. I build shit, make miracles, and mysteries like Egypt.
And I'm there with the ad libs.
Oh, thanks for the ad libs. Because you know some people are going to come through and try dip into the script. I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. I backflip on the microphone. Never trip, even if my laces are untied.
Yo.
I'm just saying, man. That shit is old, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. That old man on the picture that they replaced from the KKK.
You take it over from Slik. I'm out here. All these rappers got a cramp. Because I'm in the game. Corrugated iron to a Skwatta Kamp. When I came through, I told them, I've been letting y'all borrow the throne. Now I'm out here, rapping next to hip-hop's original home.
Straight up. And y'all still sleeping at a home. Because you know we're in that house without a euphonic or a fresh. Ultramel, nigga. That's why you smell.
Hashtag
nonke. With no armpits. Hashtag nonke. Hashtag your style is softer than zonke.
Hashtag I'm God. Crazy. Nonke.
Oh, hashtag get off Twitter or social media. Nonke.
Hashtag I'm not a B-grade rapper. But ungangithemba. Tema. Nonke.
Hashtag we gonna leave Nonke alone, okay? Because she is dangerous on the social. Peace out, my homie Maraza. You know what? You can't just rap with a lot of people like that, though. So we just had to milk it, you know?
Trust.
Had to milk it because you know.
Good. I haven't done that.
You know, we had to milk it because there's a lot of reserves and stuff with the milk tarts. Always acting fresh. Meanwhile, they smell like a fart. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, we out here spitting some mad shit. They call this art. So I guess my spit is like the paintbrush. Rappers come in here soft. That's why we brush them like they were someone's thighs. Oh man, that shit is whack. But you know I'm wise, sort of like Solomon. So why you gonna mess with this man? Yeah, it gets all deep.
This man will dismantle.
I body people like an abdomen. Even my English is like kind of sucking right now, but fuck it. We just playing. It is the rap hip hop site, Slik on Life.
Hell yeah, the balcony.
Where we drop bars. I got the homeboy Maraza out here.
Which chair was Nadia Nakai sitting on?
Nadia Nakai was right there. Shout out. Plus, all right, let me not say that.
Smells good.
Yeah, that's the Nadia Nakai seat. You know what I mean?
Same chair as Nadia.
She be same chair as Nadia, and Nadia be on some, you know, them bitches that I miss when she gonna sit on them. I'm like, ooh, girl.
They will be very happy.
No, they wouldn't be happy. If she said that to the niggas will keep dissing her.
Well, I wouldn't comment.
All right, peace. Yo, I ain't gonna comment either, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Out here with the homeboy Maraza. Shout out. The struggle is real. Success is real. The dreams are real.
Yo.
Let's go.
Pray.
Nice one.
Always.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, man. That was fun.
Thank you.
I think we went over your time.